Speaking of petty, y'all.
The governor.
Melissa and I were talking about Governor Kemp, right? And we realized, well, I mean, it's not a breaking news. It's not a hot take, as Lauren Goss said once. He has to do this. It's the only way he's going to win re-election for himself or for his party members. Like, right? Because think about this. So those of y'all who are living under a rock, I guess, Keisha Lance Bottoms, mayor of Atlanta, she basically rolled back the COVID guidelines to phase 1, right? So that's like restrictions of restaurants opening it up on the inside and having that dine-in option. Also means that, masks have to be worn, etc. And the governor, he made executive order saying, Governor Kemp said that no counties or no cities, towns, whatever, are allowed to pass mandated mask restrictions, or not restrictions, but guidelines, right? Is that how you say guidelines? Whatever.
Yeah.
And he also today sued. He's suing now Keisha Lance Bottoms for her mask mandate that she said, right? It's
like him and Governor DeSantis are like doing the same things, but just different. So Kemp is saying you can't mandate anybody wear a mask. He did an executive order. DeSantis is like, every school has to open face-to-face. Made an executive order.
And DeSantis is from
Florida,
right? Yeah. So we were talking and we realized, man, that he has to, if Keisha Lance Bottoms is the symbol for the left, for the liberals, if you will, especially Atlanta, the biggest city, in the state, the liberal hub, if you will, he has to do everything opposite of her, because now our country is so polarized. There is no moderate. There's no moderate vote. There's nobody in between. Either you're left or you're right. Either you're for Trump or you're against Trump. There's nobody in between anymore. So now what Trump and most of his followers and the cronies or whatever are doing is they have to cater to and appease that right wing, that all the way over here right wing, man. They have to. It's the only way they realize that they're going to win. And I think the left realizes it too, because the left is doing the same thing too. I posted the other day, I know you asked me, Verneisha, but I never responded to you. But we're watching the left eat itself, man. You know what I mean by that? I'll give you a perfect example. Okay? I'll give you a perfect example. And this is one actually that I heard from Joe Rogan. Okay? So shouts out to Joe Rogan. If y'all not watching Joe Rogan, then I don't know what. You must be living under a rock. But so there was have y'all ever heard of Wesley College, all-female school?
Yeah.
Okay, Wesley College, I don't remember what state it's in, but Wesley College, all-female school, very liberal. Wellesley? Is that what it's called? What did I say?
Wesley.
I'm sorry, Wellesley. All-female school, very liberal arts school, okay? They have a multicultural diversity organization on campus. A woman who now identifies as a man, okay, she's transgender. He applied and got accepted and attended Wellesley, okay? He then ran against another, so it was 3 other candidates, all black females. They ran for president of the Multicultural Diversity Organization president. The school then said that he could no longer run for that position because the school, being an all-female school, didn't want males to be the heads of any organizations on campus because it's a female school, okay? And they said that because, and this is the way the person identified themselves, was left of center gender queer. That's how they identified, okay? He's transgender, but left of center gender queer, whatever. And the university said, we can't have a guy as president for one of the clubs at our all-female school.
But didn't you say that he was born
a woman?
A woman.
School said, "Nope, you're a white man
biologically.
Now. You're a white man now."
Well, hey, life comes at you fast.
Verneisha, isn't that not that's the left eating the left? If this person should be the president of any group, should be the multicultural diversity group.
I got.
Here's a better thing.
So
wait a minute, I'm not done, Chance. Hold on, one more thing. One more little tidbit. The other three women, the black women, because they were upset of what the universities stated, they decided to drop out of the race and just allow the left of center genderqueer to be the only one running.
Right.
In the school, they just canceled the election.
Wow.
Is that not the most crazy thing that you ever heard?
The person was born male.
A woman.
Born a woman.
Biologically a woman.
But identified as a man. Then
identified as left of center genderqueer.
I thought it was reversed. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Left of center genderqueer, but basically goes by a male name, identifies as male, uses the male, what do they call it, pronouns? Him, her, what are those pronouns? I don't even know.
Yep, pronouns.
I'm no English teacher. So, but they said, you can't have you running because you're a white man now. And we don't want any men to hold any positions at our school.
I can't.
That is an example, in my opinion, of the left being so. It's one of those things, y'all. Literally, you can't be progressive enough right now. You can't be Black Lives Matter enough right now. You can't be anti-racist enough right now. Another example, I'll give you, Verneisha. Here's another example. You remember, oh Lord, what were we boycotting? Oh, Starbucks. Remember when Starbucks said they weren't going to let their employees wear Black Lives Matter outfits?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Everybody was up in a roar, right? How dare you, you let Starbucks employees wear the rainbows and stuff during, Pride Month and et cetera. So Starbucks comes out with an announcement the next day, immediately. You know what? You're right. We're gonna let all of our we're gonna let them go ahead and wear Black Lives Matter uniforms. And guess what people said? Oh no, it's too late now. It's too late. You're canceled. You're canceled. What do y'all want, people? We just want to complain.
We don't know what we want because we don't know. Just like somebody I read somewhere, somebody was just like, America just needs to just be by itself.
We don't need
this president.
We need a timeout. We need a
timeout. We need to find ourselves before we get another leader.
I mean, it's one of those look, here's Starbucks. You asked for something specific, and this corporation the next day, within 24 hours, did exactly what you asked for. Nah, you're canceled. You're canceled. That's it. You're not Black Lives Matter enough. You know what I mean? It's one of those it's so outrageous right now, y'all, where you can't be progressive enough. You can't be against the system enough, almost, man. Legit. Going back to Kemp, right? What other than party support or party rallying and mobilization and trying to get your party, what other reason would you do that, make that executive decision, that executive order decision? You know what I mean? Why not just, let's say he didn't do anything. He could always say, well, I had nothing to do that. That was local decisions to decide that they would open up schools or close schools. You know what I mean? He could literally, or, choose to wear masks or not. That's a local decision that he could easily just have his hands not on at all. Why else would you do that if not for political reasons? You know what I mean? And I genuinely believe that. This is what I honestly believe is what Milson and I were talking about is, and Chance, we've talked about this before, about extinction burst. This election in November, state, local, and the national election, this is what we call in political science a critical election. All right. Usually critical elections are every 20, 25, 30 years. And the results of an election, it will literally shape the direction, the mentality, the spirit, the atmosphere of a nation for, the next 3 or 4 presidents. I'm really scared to see what kind of tactics are used when it comes to like voter suppression. But I think it's gonna be a record for most people voting, because I think people realize this is the nation's election.
It's actually making me question if I'm gonna do an absentee ballot or not. I really liked using an absentee ballot this year.
Yeah, but you think there might be some shenanigans?
Yeah, I might be. I'm afraid they're going to be like, oh, these 1.5 million absentee ballots that were sent in are all void.
Dang.
Yeah, man, it's possible.
Just something
and
crazy.
I thought about that too. I didn't do absentee ballot the last time, but
I did it, and then something I didn't think about was they give you a tracking number. I probably threw it in the trash can. I don't
right.
know that, so I didn't even get to track if my ballot made it in.
And then you got to think about those people that didn't scan theirs this time around because of the new machines, because nobody told them, hey, you have to scan.
Yeah, that was new. That was brand new.
Right. I'm on the, I live in Alpharetta. It's just white people, just saying. So there are a lot more, people that are able to help you and people that know the process. Of course, I'm pretty sure that on the South Side, meaning that they had all those lines and broken machines and people moving places and not letting folks know. But, it's blatant these days. It's not as covert as it used to be.
I know. I mean, everybody feels entitled right now, right? But yeah, Chance, that's what I think, man. I think we're seeing extinction burst, man. I think this is the last hurrah of, I hate to use it this way, but it's
hopefully last.
Hopefully last.
Hopefully last.
I was gonna say this is the old, like the last hurrah of the old way of thinking.
If he wins again, does it not?
There you go.
People even
think
more?
Think about. What if he wins again, man?
Because the stuff, like, man.
Listen, he'd be a lame duck president.
Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like when the left feels emboldened, like, not that the left doesn't post memes, but they post data, is what I feel like. Like, I see people on my Facebook feed when they're like, yes, this is my point, and I'm like seeing graphs and charts and information, but like I see, like, right now the Goya posts. I'm like, man, that is some, like.
Y'all better go home and make some damn.
No, I have some family members where I'm like, you've never been on the international food aisle, is what I want to say. Like, I just leave.
So now they're going to buy some Goya?
Oh, man, shit that they're posting online, like, it just makes me shake my head. Like, yikes. I feel like, yeah, the conservatives go, like, where you say, like, the left eats itself. The conservatives are like, how outrageous can I make this post?
But that's what I'm saying, though, Chance.
Like, it's gonna be even larger.
But that's what I mean, man. Okay, two things. One, if he wins, not only will his outrageousness, because he'll be a lame duck president, he doesn't have to worry about re-election, right?
Yep.
Not only will his craziness be like
even better, even worse
to the nth degree, so will his supporters. Because think about what it says.
Their stuff, I'm gonna agree with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you think this stuff that they're posting now is outrageous,
that's what I'm saying.
Multiply.
Because then it would be very safe to assume, in my opinion. Now, I don't know why people would vote for one person or another. That's up to you and your God when you go into that voting booth. But what it would suggest is that there's more of him than there are of anybody. You know what I mean? There'd be more people who support him. And that would embolden people, I think, to a scary degree where I don't know if Milson and I were talking, like, I don't know if we want to be here for that, man.